Welcome back to another episode of Chatting with the Cholo, where I will continue to be your heavily tattooed host, the Cholo. Today, we're going to be jumping back in time to pick up our Comprehending a Comprehensive History series on Chris Chan, so please extend a finger to point and laugh alongside me, and I will see you guys in the video. Alright guys, here we are with episode 19 of Comprehending a Comprehensive History. Big shout out to GenoSamuel 2.1 for putting this 85-part series together. Go check out his channel, give him a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show him some love. And with that, let's go ahead and buckle up and take this ride together. Here we go.
What made him this way? What is the attraction?
I don't know.
What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan. On October 26, 2009, Christian created the YouTube account Clyde Greg Cash Maze to further instill fear into the troll Greg Maze / Clyde Cash by attempting to blackmail him with fake info he had acquired, which he believed to be true. The first video on this new account was a blurry clip of a composite picture of Clyde's supposedly real face, superimposed over a famous depiction of the cartoon strip character Calvin peeing.
Trolls of the internet, remember this, as this is the face of your supposed leader, Clyde Cash. Now this is just a small foretaste of the beginning of his downfall.
A foretaste? The fuck is that? A foretaste.
There's more to this though Photoshop picture than meets the eye. For every day he does not upload a good satisfactory video with the promise and his tell-all details, I will reveal more and more of this until it's fully exposed.
Oh.
So there, Clyde, you have another 24 hours.
On the 27th, Chris made a threatening video directed at Liquid Chris, throughout which a heavy metal song which Christian took from the video game Brutal Legend can be heard.
Well, Mr. Chris, we talk again. I tell you what, I've heard that you've been bothering Kacey. I tell you, not cool, dude. Not cool. It's one thing to break your promise to her, but when you go pestering her like you've been doing lately, yeah, you cross the line. So you best stop what you're doing. Because believe me, you don't want to make me very angry.
Looks like we got a bad motherfucker over here in Chris. I mean, how could you not be intimidated? This haircut right there, that hair, that medallion, and those titties, absolutely fear-inducing. That's the most intimidating shit I've ever seen. A grown man with titties that big and he's comfortable with it. That's terrifying.
And believe me, I'm on the verge of such. So there. You just back off. Just back off, man.
What?
Besides, she told you about how she feels about me. Let her go, dude. Leave her alone.
Why all the, ending all his sentences with leave her alone, dude, don't bother her, man? The way he speaks, it's just so, 1993. More and more proof that he was so heavily influenced by media from that time era.
I'll leave you with that for now.
Oh, will you?
The following day, he uploaded his second video attempting to scare Clyde into revealing his identity. It
Of course, Chris has that picture on his computer. Jesus Christ.
featured a photo of two scantily clad women kissing, while one's head is covered up by a cutout of the person dressed as Spider-Man from the photo allegedly showing Clyde.
Alright, viewers at home, we are viewing the second piece of the puzzle, or should I say the photograph. Mr. Clyde is doing something to do with his buddy Matt, who is really getting super laid here.
Super laid?
Another 24 hours before the next piece of the photograph is revealed. Stay tuned.
On that same day, Liquid Chris made a video for Christian, intimidating him to leave Kacey alone, while displaying some martial arts moves reminiscent of those previously acted out by Christian himself.
I'm coming for ya! I am the only one here who is fit for Kacey. And another thing, yeah, and this one's for you. A real deal. Oh, by the way, I have been talking to some people named Jack Thaddeus and Greg Mays, who has told me personally that they are going to help me take you down. So get ready, arch nemesis. I will be waiting. And to the rest of you, peace.
On October 29th, Christian responded with an exceptionally musical video.
It's so good. The way he stutters and misspeaks, it's just could not have been done better.
Yo, MC Chris, I'm gonna rap it to you, man. Listen up. I seen your video, you's lame as. You done copying this and that. I'm gonna screw you. I'm gonna take you to town. Who do you think you are? Eric Cartman? Screw you guys. I'm going home. I'm a good 5'10". What are you, like a 4'8"? I'll tell you something right now. That ain't gonna let you laid.
I'm gonna let you
had
laid.
it once with her and you laid it down. She done left you, boy. You lost her. You treated her like a dang rag doll. Dang rag doll. And she ain't no rag doll. She's a caring human being. You was the dang fool for mistreating her like you did. And I love her for so much more than that. And you're so dumb. You threw it all away, man. She left you, now she's with me. So at this point, you could just...
I like how the video wasn't even close to being ready because he wanted to hear the dream on part. I think that's what his intention was there, so he could line it up so when he says dream on, and you know that line in the song would play, but obviously that would have taken a little bit of planning and effort, and Chris is 100% incapable of that.
So at this point, man, I tell you what you can do with all your notions you had with lovely, good, sweet Kacey. At this point, you could just dream on. Because she and I, we share sweet emotion.
You know, one of the wildest parts about what Chris is doing right here in this video is that he thinks he is just looking super sharp in his Jeffrey Dahmer glasses, that butt fucking ugly sweater, and his super dope clay medallion of Sonichu with all his fucking toys in the background.
You didn't share no sweet emotion. You just done played her for a fool. And I don't care. And I don't take to fools like that.
Dork.
And by the way, you know what? I don't care about being a virgin, because you know what?
What's he wearing on his neck? What is that?
I don't care about being a virgin, because you know what? She and me, we
This. Do you guys know what this is?
gotta be like, loving an elevator. Loving it up in an elevator. I mean, I tell you what, man. She done leave you, she done left you, man. She come towards me. Because she's beyond beautiful. She loves me, now she loves you not. Listen to the words of Aerosmith. She's beyond beautiful, and she's beyond brilliant. She is so fun. She cares a lot. She cared about you too, but you done turned her down, man. You lost her. So face back, man. She's with me, Matt. She is with me now. You're yesterday's news. Just like that, just like the boat that the Mythbusters made out of newspaper and ice. Yesterday's news. And
What?
Good show, by the way. I learned from it. So you can just move on, Buster Brown. Because Mama Brown ain't gonna take that no more. And I will kick your ass, because I'm crazy.
What?
Come on. You come find me in person, and I'll kick your ass. Come on. Have a good day. Until when you meet me in person.
Liquid Chris made his own diss track, in which he rapped to the beat of My Name Is by rapper Eminem.
Kacey doesn't love you. It's true. I checked her email this Tuesday at 7:02. She has more apprehension than someone like you having your semen and drinking it too. In orange Fanta chocolate syrup you just can't refuse. Motherfuckers online think that it cannot be true, but you prove them wrong. Bottoms up is your motto, so it slides down your throat like a melted gelato. I'm gonna rip off your 4-inch deformed dick, shove it up your ass like a certain medallion. Then I'm gonna turn you into a murder statistic, because bitch, I'm high fucking functioning autistic. Out.
Yo.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
shit was hard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you listen to that and you take in the words from that. Peace. And have a good day.
On the third
Oh my god, that was the hardest rap I've ever heard. I've got to clip that out and turn it into an MP3 file so that way, bump that shit in the car. That was the most gangster rap I've ever heard.
30th, Chris uploaded his third threatening video on his Clyde Greg Cash Mays YouTube account.
Oh shit.
Look at Mr. Clyde Cash now. Huh. His muscles are so weak, they fall right down. Look at that. He's so weak and feeble. And look at him. And you know what? I highly recommend this to every dude who goes around shirtless. Wear a muscle bra, because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see your doggone ugly pecs. They're so ugly and repulsive. Ugh. Creeps everybody out. But anyway, you want to see real muscles, check these out.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Where do I even begin with this? He's talking about dudes that go around shirtless and nobody wants to see their pecs. He's talking about wearing a muscle bra. Am I dumb here? I've never heard of a muscle bra. I hope to God I'm not an idiot. You guys are like, yeah, you guys didn't know that dudes wear bras? No, because if they do, I didn't know that. I thought they had to buy a women's bra. If you guys want to see real muscles, look at this. He put this on the internet. He did this. Chris gave us this information. He gave us this photograph. He's asking to be bullied right now. I mean, if anybody gets a chance, they see this shit and they see that, oh, this dude's not making a joke of it. He's serious. He thinks he's a bad motherfucker right here. He thinks that if he were in a prison yard, he's the baddest motherfucker in that yard. He's told somebody he was going to whoop their ass. He actually said that. This crippled, chinned, fat bitch right here told someone he was going to whoop their ass with those muscles. What?
Chris showcases a couple of photos, which were made to prove his strength and show off his muscles.
What is he doing here? What is he doing there? Is he lifting? Is that a chair? Yeah, oh, it's his office chair. What the fuck is he doing? Why does it look like this wrist is broken? It looks like... Oh, this is supposed to scare us, right? This is supposed to make people feel like he's tough. That's right. That's right.
But anyway, enough said about me. This guy is really weak. Stay tuned for another piece.
Said the guy who we just literally saw photographic evidence where he's struggling to hold an office chair above his head.
On Halloween 2009, Christian uploaded that one other piece, a composite image of a scene from the cartoon series South Park, which also features Clyde Cash's alleged true identity and also the individual dressed as Spider-Man, both getting sprayed in the face with foam.
Live from somewhere, it's Good Morning Somewhere, and they are live as Mr. Cash and his friend are getting Jonas Brothers in their face. And also, he likes to pee. He has that fetish.
What?
Why do you think I used that picture in the first one? Anyway, and now for something completely different. Stay tuned for something completely different. A bunch of good push-ups.
The push-ups in question were revealed in a video released on the same day, in which Chris purportedly performs 30 push-ups for the camera, with great struggle and physical distress.
It looks like he's trying to do the fucking worm. He's doing girly push-ups. That's what it is. He's doing girly push-ups. Let's find out.
Keeps changing his form throughout the video, and despite his claim, does not complete a single proper push-up. Also on that day, Kacey uploaded a video of her singing the female parts of the song A Whole New World from the Disney animation Aladdin, and asked that Chris complete the duet by singing the male sections and solidify their relationship by doing so. Thinking the video was addressing him, Christian completed the request and uploaded a video of himself singing the male lines of the duet, sung over the original song.
I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder.
The woman featured in the video is from the cover of the drawing instruction book, How to Draw Manga, Volume 28, Couples, which featured, among other things, instructions on how to draw erotica and even sex between two men. Liquid Chris also recorded his own rendition of his half of A Whole New World.
A whole new world with new horizons to pursue. I'll chase them anywhere, there's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you.
In the fourth video he uploaded that day, Chris does his best to introduce himself to Kacey's parents as a prospective partner.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. D, Kacey's parents. How are you today? I'm good. I'm okay. But anyway, I am making this video directed to you both. You know, I'm definitely better than the previous Chris that y'all got to know. I am 27 years old. I stand a good 5 foot 10 inches. I'm very strong. Matter of fact, I just did 30 push-ups, which you can see in a recent video on this same YouTube account. I feel like I am honest, loyal, and reliable. I prefer to keep a soft-spoken tone of voice.
Honest and reliable? Oh my god, I got it. Like that made my brain stop for a second. I didn't know what to say there. You're the furthest thing from honest. Reliable, not the word I think of when I think of Christian. You're 5 foot 10 and you're very strong. I thought you were taller for some reason. I always thought Chris was like 6'6" or something, because he just seemed like a big giant fat fuck in my mind. Like 6'6", 420, 480, you know, pushing 500. Now I know he's not that fat, but he's a good 320, 340. He's a fat bitch, that's for sure.
But when I have to, I can be argumentative and such. I like to keep things in long thoughts, you know. Sometimes it takes me a while to think about things, but like, you know, if it doesn't take much thought, or if I can come up with a decision right away, then quick like that. You know, it definitely took a while, you know, after getting to know Kacey to realize that I loved her, that I care about her very much and I love her.
Out there in the audience, you guys are all thinking the same thing I am, right? You guys have to be thinking what I'm thinking.
But anyway, I feel like I am a good boyfriend material. Anyway, when the time comes, I look forward to meeting you both. So I bid y'all a safe and pleasant day. Thank you.
Soon after, CACH responded to Christian's push-up video with his own, in which he completes 31 push-ups.
God damn,
They're still not
really
push-ups,
see
but
how huge my fucking
they're
ass
better
is.
than what Chris was doing.
Which would be an attractive part of me if I was a female. Oh well. Also, yeah, my neck is really down. But you know, cause... Oh, what a Dreamcast! 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 And a pile of papers, I guess. Fuck. Just a bunch of lab papers and shit. Yeah,
I like that little...
I can't do push-ups. Oh, well.
On November 1st, Christian uploaded a video in which he attempts to flex his muscles in a threatening way, believing it would intimidate CACH.
this was a flex and he was trying to intimidate somebody? I don't know what to say or think about this. I don't know. I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know.
You think you're so tough?
No.
You think you're so tough?
No.
No, you are not. You are weak.
Stronger
This
than you.
battle is this war is far from beyond over, Mr. Clyde. You got nothing. You got nothing. You are weak and very powerless. I am the strong one. I am strong. You back down. You are a weakling. I am the strong buff one. Arrgh!
Do what?
Arrgh! Arrgh! Arrgh!
Later that day, he uploaded a short clip on his Clyde Greg Cash Maze account of the World Trade Center Twin Towers, which have been shaped from the photo of Clyde and Spider-Man, which Chris
Did that fat bitch really just say he's the buff one?
had been using all this time.
Well now, Mr. Clyde, your fame and fortune shall
Riches?
fall just like these twin towers. They go crumbling down with an airplane. You are weak. I'm the strong one.
Oh, he said it again.
You are going
Wow.
down, Mr. Clyde Cash.
Liquid Chris left a comment on this video. How could you mock the almost 3,000 people who died in the 9/11 plane attacks? I will show this to Kacey, and she will kick your ass and I will help. Please die. Quick. Not long after, Chris uploaded another video, which depicts Clyde's alleged head, superimposed over an illustration of Family Guy character Brian Griffin, peeing on the head of the man in the Spider-Man costume.
And don't you dare celebrate just yet. I'm still going. You are weak, Mr. Clyde Cash. You are weak.
The next day, due to the deafening backlash of the video in which he inadvertently mocked the victims of 9/11, Christian made an apology video.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the recent video I uploaded, which obviously was a terrible joke. I had no intention of offending anybody on such a worldwide manner. I was meant only to offend Clyde and to note on how weak he was. I personally feel sad to know the day of 9/11. I cared about its effects just like the next person. Anybody. Seriously. I'm a good American.
Seriously.
God bless America. God bless America, land of the free, and the home of the brave. So again, I am so sorry for making that Photoshop pic and making a terrible joke. I love America. I was born in America, and I'm proud to be an American.
We don't want you.
But anyway, instead of that, I have made up an alternate joke. Yeah. Okay. I will snuff out Clyde because he is so weak. I will snuff him out just like
Oh
the
my
candles on
God,
birthday
Chris.
cake.
Oh my fucking god.
I'll snuff him out like a birthday cake candle.
That Windows XP he's using? Fuck, this is old.
And again, I apologize for the bad joke. I've already deleted it. And
You still made another one,
and
dipshit?
I would appreciate forgiveness, just like the next person. And I promise it will not happen again.
You just did it again, dickhead.
God bless America.
Fucking idiot. You're so fucking stupid.
Have a good, safe day.
On November 3rd, Christian uploaded a short video which was meant to serve as an introduction for the video to be uploaded right after it.
I had a few technical difficulties with during the making of the following video. I only got two hands, and I had to handle multiple controllers, and plus there was some visual static between the DVD burner and the television. But at least the file result ended clean. Alright, so anyway, enjoy this because, you know, it's about as good as drawing the comic pages. Let's see that copycat one up this one. Love you, Kacey. I'm thinking of you.
The video in question was a playthrough of a custom-made level on the game Little Big Planet called Rescuing Kacey. The characters of Christian and Liquid Chris were made to be controlled by 2 players, but since Chris was on his own, he attempted to control both of the characters by playing with 2 game controllers simultaneously. He achieves this with some difficulty. He rescues Kacey and shoots Liquid Chris with a paint gun. Christian then moves on to a level appearing to show his and Kacey's first date, in which Chris controls both characters. This is in fact the Valentine's Day level which he had originally made for Blue Spike's Julie persona. On November 4th, Chris had a call with Kacey.
Oh
Hey,
my
Chris, it's
God.
Kacey.
Hi, Kacey. How are you?
I'm cool. I'm over at my parents' house because they wanted to call
Okay.
because they saw some of your videos and I gave them the letter.
All right.
Let me go ahead and get my dad for you because he wants to talk to you.
A troll joins the call, assuming the identity of Matthew Doria, Kacey's father.
Hello, Chris. This is Matthew, Kacey's father.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, looks like I have a couple questions for you. All right.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm happy to oblige with an honest answer.
Well, first and foremost, let's see, you got a job, son?
Not currently, but I am working towards getting a job. I have been filling applications left and right.
There's a comment I read on this video. You got a job, son? You can hear Chris starting to sweat. Fucking accurate.
Really, really? What kinds of places? What kind of skills you got?
I'm
None.
applying for, retail stores and such. Got an application in over at the new CVS in Ruckersville, and one over at Walmart, and I had one over at Target.
Right, that's minimum wage stuff. Did you go to college or something?
Yeah, I went to college, and I got a degree and a certificate in computer drafting and design.
And you're working at Target. You want to work at Target, I should say.
Yeah, well, not really sure what kind of jobs my degree and certificate would get me, but I mean,
Are
You got a degree not knowing what kind of jobs you could get in that field, and you've had it for how long? When did you graduate?
I graduated in 2006.
And you haven't had any jobs between then?
Yeah, I have done volunteer work.
What kind of volunteer work? Humor me.
I helped the children over at as an assistant gym leader for the Pokemon Trade Card Game League a few years back.
A few years back?
Pokemon? Wait,
Yeah.
how long ago was this? I mean, wasn't that like back in the 90s when that was really popular? I mean, I think my youngest daughter used to like that, but that was
It was the late 90s.
late 90s.
That's still going strong.
You've been playing a children's card game for 10 years. Well, anyways, I'm done talking about Pokemon now. I got a couple more. Okay, so what kind of place you got? You got a place of your own? Where are you living at?
Yeah, I'm currently living in a 2-story house with my mother and my father.
Living with your parents, age 30. Got it. Almost 30. Excuse me.
I mean, I hope that doesn't strike you in a bad tune, but I just had not felt like I was ready for a place of my own just yet.
Sure.
You got to leave somehow. You got to leave at some point. I mean, you're really serious about Kacey, are you not?
Yes, I am serious about Kacey. And with her help, I feel like I could get a good start on being able to, shortly in the near future, move out of the house.
With her help?
And get a place of my own.
You need her help in order to support both of you?
It's more like, some details I might not understand. I talk to my parents sometimes about that, but...
If you can't support my daughter needs a man to support her.
I am a man, sir.
Where's the money going to come from?
No, you're not.
I do have a monthly income that I get.
Do you now?
I get from the government.
You get
My
welfare.
family is a little bit in with the government.
Why do you get it? I mean, I'm a pretty strong Republican. We don't really like that whole welfare thing. You know, we work, and if we can't work, we go join the military. That's what I did.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, you see, I'm high functionally autistic.
Are you now?
Yeah.
That's a genetic thing, right? I mean, if you're really going to get with my daughter, I don't want hard.
Hey guys, real quick, I just want to say, if you're not following me on Instagram, what the fuck is your problem? Go follow me on Instagram. Back to the video.
Babies.
No, it's a myth.
Fuck.
If you say so. Hey, Kacey, what do you know about autism? Is that genetic?
Yeah, it's definitely genetic. It usually runs in the mother's line, but it can be in the father's as well, but it's usually the mother's.
Great.
And twins have a much higher chance. Anything else, Dad?
No, I think that's good. Anyways, where was I? If you want a kid with my Kacey, I would probably be best if you adopt it or something. It's a good thing, you know.
Yeah. In my case, though, I would not care to adopt. You see, I have my dream, and that dream is to give birth to share a daughter with my wife to be, and her name would be Crystal.
A dream, as in like you were asleep and you saw something.
Yeah, and plus in the dream, I had like an office job.
You know, I don't think
It's a dream,
I think
dipshit.
Kacey actually doesn't really like that name. You know, it's kind of a stripper name. You know, Crystal. You know, it's kind of like Crystal too. You know, like that.
It would not be Crystal. It would be Crystal. You're just replacing the CRISTLE. You're replacing the LE with an AL.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, you said this all came to you in a dream. I mean, dreams, you know, they don't pay the bills, and I mean, it's just a dream. That's all just from your head. I mean, you think you have some kind of, you know, powers of prophecy? That doesn't seem very, to me, it doesn't seem very godly. You know?
Well, I'm not saying that I'm a prophet. I'm not saying that, but you know, it's definitely something that I feel that God has promised it to me, and I believe in God. I go to church every Sunday.
Bullshit.
And if you think you see the future, you know, that sounds like you're trying to be a prophet. That doesn't really sound religious. That just sounds like some, you know, mumbo jumbo to me.
Well, I'm not saying that it is the definite future, but it is a possible future. And I am looking to make that happen.
Well, make it happen.
I am going to.
Do it. When did you have this dream exactly?
Yeah, I pretty much had it sometime when I was between 7 and 9 years old. And
20 years ago, excuse me? And nothing has happened between then and now?
Oh my God.
You're almost 30. I mean, you know, time is going to start working against you, you know. I mean, life is short.
Yeah.
Yes,
Heard that, brother. Heard that.
What do you do all day exactly?
Fuck around on the internet.
I get creative. I like to draw and color, and sometimes I like to create with my hands. Like, you know, I sculpt.
Draw
really?
and color.
I must say I'm not really impressed. But let's move on. Now let's talk about a little bit about what you think about my lovely daughter. You know, what was the first thing you liked or noticed about Kacey?
I noticed her beautiful face.
Her beautiful face.
Yeah. And her blue-green eyes are like a pair of swimming pools that I would just love to swim around and bathe myself in.
Ew.
So the first thing you notice is her appearance. It's like, you know, you're looking for like a trophy wife or something. It's kind of funny.
No, I actually learned first that she was smart and very delightful to talk to. And then after a while, she and I met in person, and then I got to appreciate her face.
This doesn't really add up to what Kacey told me, you know. I mean, you know, from the impressions I got from what she said about her first little encounter, we'll call it. Now, she said she was a little bit uncomfortable around you, you know. And apparently when you first talked to her, you know, you actually were pretending to be somebody else, actually. You know, that other Chris, you know, that...
yeah, that was another thing, yeah. And,
you know, that Chris, you know, was her boyfriend at the time, you know. I've actually talked to that guy, you know, met him in person. He's actually a pretty nice kid.
Yeah, but if you notice his YouTube videos, he does get a little crazy. But anyway, he's pretending to be me for at least up to a few months ago, where he pretends.
But that just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, why would he pretend to be you? You know, someone like you, guy who lives with his parents.
Okay, well, first off, I'm internet famous for being the original creator of the. It's like a combination of Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu. So I'm like the original creator of Sonic and Roschu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon. I originally started that back in 2000, and I've drawn a few books up to now. I'm still doing some drawing. Because I don't like to leave an unfinished project finished.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I barely know what Sonic the Hedgehog and Pokemon is other than it's kids stuff. So basically what I'm getting here is that you took two, kids things and put them together. Two copyrighted kids things. And
but it's like,
don't you need permission for both Sega and Nintendo? I mean, is that Sonic the Hedgehog is Sega, right? I mean, I know a little bit about what my daughter used to talk about.
Yeah, I have talked to Sega as well. But anyway, getting back to, if I may finish. Yeah. Anyway, I got internet famous, I got the fans, and then I got the naysayers, which were the internet bullies and trolls. And,
okay, I'm sorry. This is just getting completely ridiculous. All this internet. I don't know much about computers, but I mean, this sounds like just a whole waste of time that I don't care about because it doesn't pay the bills. And it does not help support my Kacey.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I was in the military. I mean, I was doing something. I fought in Desert Storm. I fought against Saddam Hussein. And then what? And then you made this Sonichu thing. I mean, it's like this something's not right here, But since you did bring up YouTube, I got kind of an interesting little thing that I noticed in one of your recent videos. I mean, I don't know what exactly you were thinking with this. You did that video with the 9/11. I can't say I really enjoyed that too much. I mean, that hits close to home to me. My mother, Kacey's grandmother, she died on 9/11.
I'm sorry to hear that. I did not mean to hit that fast type of emotion. It was originally intended as they were saying against this longer, worser internet troll who goes by the name of Clyde Cash with an alias of Greg Mays.
You made a video basically just trying to mess with some guy on the internet that makes fun of one of the greatest American tragedies of our lifetime. No, the greatest American tragedy of our lifetime.
Yeah, but this guy, he's done a lot of things against me. On the internet, trying to, he tries to destroy my good name with a whole bunch of twisted truths and phrases and words.
Let me ask you something. Where were you on 9/11? I mean, they say everybody remembers where they were.
I was just let go from my job at Wendy's. There's some differences between me and my employer. I understand. Yeah, but anyway.
Would you like to know where Kacey was? Kacey was at Ground Zero. She was giving blood and plasma, volunteering. And where were you again?
Yeah, I was out shopping with my mom that day.
Really? That's wonderful. Wait a minute. You said Wendy's before. Are you changing stories on me? Have you been changing stories on me through this entire call?
No, I am not changing stories. It's the same story. I had just gotten fired from the Wendy's and I was feeling down.
You'd been fired from Wendy's.
I was let go from Wendy's and I was sad about that. They gave me
Why?
I told you this is because of emotional differences.
What?
Emotional differences. That's
my
absolutely nothing. That just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Also sounds a little gay. Did the Fry Cook break up with you or something? I mean, come on.
No, it was nothing like that. There was
Why do you sigh so much? That's just irritating.
There there was a whole bunch of
It is.
misunderstandings between me and my player. He had a spike on his shoulder against me.
What kind of misunderstandings?
Like I did some things that he thought were bad, but were actually good.
Like?
Good God! I mean, you sound like you're just some simpering little. Your voice is all wavering. I mean, and good Lord, you want to date? You want to date my daughter? I mean, you're not even giving me an ounce of respect now.
Oh, come on! I grew up a lot since then.
God damn! You just this just sounds like a bunch of fucking whining. I mean, you don't even sound like half the man that other Chris sounds like at this point. You don't sound like you're grown up. You play fucking Pokemon.
I am a grown up, sir. I have moved on from the childish things.
No, you didn't move from you went from Pokemon to Sonichu. I mean, well, what the fuck? This is still just kid shit. You don't have a job. You're still living with your parents. You're almost 30 years old. This is ridiculous. I mean, you want to date my daughter. You realize she's leagues above you right now.
Yeah.
She had a good fiance, and you just sit around and play with toys and video games? Is that what you buy with your welfare money? Like Pokemon shit?
I have not played with Pokemon for years, sir.
Okay, so what do you play with? You denied Pokemon, but you didn't deny video games.
Okay, I have played some Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
I have to stand up and play guitar.
You have to stand up and play guitar. Oh, wow. Why don't you... That's just pathetic. I mean, that's not... Do you think that's exercise? Can you play a real guitar? I think that real Chris could play a real guitar.
I worked hard for my father in his garden. I pulled weeds. Those weeds are very hard to pull.
My grandma pulled weeds. My grandma had arthritis, and she pulled weeds every day.
I even mowed the lawn. And
mowed the lawn.
Ooh.
Yeah, and again, those were very hot days, too.
I see 7-year-olds who mow lawns, all day for a summer job. And and they get paid for it, might I add.
And also, you know what? Another heavy duty burden I had to take care of, and that I wasn't paid for.
What?
When my dog died a few years ago, she was a sweet dog. I lifted and carried her doghouse to the site where we buried her.
As you should.
Her doghouse. That thing had to weigh like 5-10 tons. It was very heavy. I carried that thing.
You're talking to me about how your dog died. You're talking about someone who has lost friends and family in national tragedies. I had to deal with the loss of my mother, not to old age, but to fucking a plane piloted by terrorists.
Yeah. Well, my
but your heavy burden is your dog died. But I'm sorry, but boo. I mean, really, I've had dogs die. I mean, it sucks, but that's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was very sad when she died.
I'm sorry. Are you messing with me? Are you trying to compare, the loss of my mother, the loss of someone who took care of me for years, to a dog? You calling my mother a dog?
I am not calling your mother a dog.
I had to dig my mother out of the rubble of the Twin Towers, and you had to lift a doghouse.
Real quick, just a comment, I didn't realize how long it had been since I actually talked, I've spoken. Why would Chris think he would get paid to lift his dog's house to the gravesite? Like, what? Who would be the one to pay him? I'm a big dog guy. I have Boston Terriers since I was like 12 or 13 years old. I got my first male, and he lived to be 10, and had to put him down. And I got my first female when I was 15. She got stolen from me after 3 months of being with me. 3 months later, we got her back on my 16th birthday. My mom got a phone call from posters that we put up all around, and we were told where she was at. My mom was like, "Are you sure this is my dog? Because they look similar." And mind you, at the time, it's my 16th birthday. So anyways, we go out to where this lady tells my mom that, yeah, the dog is here. We go out there, and it's like 30 miles outside of town. And sure enough, it's my dog. We go up in there. long story short, I left with my dog. She was in my arms. She was going home with me that day. And she lived to be almost 16 years old. I was 30 years old when she died. And that fucking hurts. There's nothing I wouldn't have done for my dogs, for Rocky and Adrian. I got their names tattooed right there. Yep. Those two were my best friend. Eventually, their birth dates and death dates will go. If you guys can see, there's a tombstone on top of my head. And their birth dates and death dates will go on there eventually. But that shit really does hurt. My point is, there's nothing I wouldn't have done for those dogs. Who the fuck expects to get paid for they're your friends. For me, they were my buddies. Those dogs, they saw me through the good times and the bad, and they still rode with me. There's nothing I wouldn't have done for them. Even still, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my dogs. And the fact that Chris thinks he should be paid for it, fuck you, stupid bitch. Oh, now you're pissing me off, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that doghouse was heavier than any tombstone. And that doghouse pretty much was the tombstone.
Sounds like you're fucking with me now.
I am not. I am being very honest with you, sir.
I mean, how do you think Kacey would feel if I told about this? How do you think she would feel about, you comparing this whole lifting a 30, 50-pound doghouse to, maybe 100, 200-pound, tombstone? And that doghouse is probably, made of wood?
No. It was wood and plastic. That thing had to weigh over 100 pounds.
Plastic's pretty light, I mean,
even if it did weigh 100 pounds.
I'm sorry, this isn't even close to the same.
Yeah, well, also, going back to an old topic, I have been deceived by the trolls. A bunch of them pretended to be women who I thought were honest over the internet when I was talking to them for the first time for a while.
Who gives a shit about the internet?
And so them were actually
Be a
true
man.
honest. And those two women died. I was very heartbroken by that. And yet I was even more heartbroken when I
don't
found
even
out
know these people. And how many of these women have you gone through?
But there was this one time where I actually thought it was a woman. I actually drove a whole day's worth back and forth, almost 24 hours, from my house to Cleveland, Ohio. Well, it turns out that was a bad lead.
So you went to go to Ohio for a fake woman, but my Kacey just told me that you won't go and visit her, a real woman. And you've met her before, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was more naive back then, but I am very less naive now.
I am not convinced.
Oh, come on. You should
Come
be
on. You know who
Seriously?
You know who you're talking to, son? What the fuck is this? That you're just talking back to me like a little kid. Don't yell at me, you maggot. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're just sitting around in your parents' house, crying about your little dog, playing video games, whining about women on the internet. Some lazy little maggot.
I am not lazy.
You're living with your parents and you don't have a job. How is that not lazy?
Well, maybe I don't have a job, but I do work around the house.
Kacey, I mean, come on,
Bullshit.
Come over here. You got to listen to this. Listen to this guy. This is great.
What, Daddy?
This is, what is? I mean, this guy's just
Daddy,
fucking.
you sound mad. What's wrong?
I don't know. He's just talking about this little faggot kitty shit. And how he has to do, housework. I mean, and he's comparing that to when your grandma died.
He's what?
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about these heavy burdens he's had to face. Saying it's a heavy burden, kind of like when you remember. Well, of course you remember when we lost grandma. How would you forget?
Oh my God, I know. I had to volunteer just to get my mind off it.
This guy has nothing to offer you.
I have a lot to offer her.
Well,
Don't yell at my father like that.
What?
You need to respect him. He's a retired Marine.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. I apologize, Matthew. I apologize for talking back to you.
I don't even know how you think you can call me by my name right now. You are not good enough for my daughter. Chris, on the other hand, has my blessing. And if the internet is such a problem for you, I mean, just get rid of it. I mean, you don't need it for anything. Go to a library.
I have a bunch of ties on the internet, and I do go to libraries. I read a lot of books.
Really? What was the last book you read?
The last book I read was To Kill a Mockingbird.
It's high school shit.
Oh,
Kacey read that as a freshman in high school.
yeah.
I think the last book Kacey read was last week. You know, she reads books like you probably stuffed candy down your throat.
Stuff candy. I stuff vegetables down my throat. I stuff green beans. I stuff broccoli. I stuff corn. I stuff carrots.
That's why you have bitch tits.
Wow. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, I don't even know what the hell...
I eat and drink healthy.
No, you don't.
And you look like that. I don't, you don't even know what I just said, do you? I mean, you completely missed that I was, that little analogy back there. She needs a man who can support himself and keep a job. I mean, you got fired from Wendy's. I mean, most people quit. It sucks. You got fired. You weren't good enough for Wendy's. You'll never be as good as Chris at this rate.
I am a lot better than Chris. Believe me.
You're not even a functioning human. You're leeching off my government. I met Chris in real life, and he's an upstanding young man. How are you better than this?
I am an American. I am proud to be an American, and I am strong.
Don't tell me you're an American.
I was born in America. I was raised in America my whole life. I never left the United States of America.
You're not. You can't tell me you're patriotic. I mean, if you were a patriotic, you wouldn't even thought about making that video, that 9/11 video. I mean, I still can't believe why you made that. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you don't do that. I mean, you're not acting like a patriot. You're acting more like a terrorist.
Well, I'm sorry I gave off that impression. At least I was man enough to admit that I was wrong, and I did my best to undo the mistake by deleting that video and making the apology.
You know, Chris and Kacey are Americans too. And sorry doesn't undo the fact that you made that video.
May not, but at least I admit I was wrong. And it takes a man to admit when he is wrong.
You're not a man. You can't have Kacey with this kind of... This is just ridiculous. I can't believe I'm talking to someone who's so naive.
You just crossed a line. You just crossed a line by saying the word naive. That is like the worst insult to me.
What line?
You just really tipped me off right there when you said that.
What are you going to do about it?
Nothing at the moment.
Nothing at the moment.
That's right, nothing, bitch.
Because I can't really do anything. I'm not right there in front of you now, am I? I'm talking to you over the phone. The only thing I can do right now is let you know that you just crossed the line by saying that word.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to threaten me? You trying to threaten an ex-Marine?
No, I am not threatening you. I am not threatening you. I am in no position to threaten an ex-Marine. And I understand that, and I respect you as such.
I could whoop your naive little ass with my pinky if I wanted to.
And
Kacey could whoop your ass. I'm surprised she hasn't already.
well, I would be able to defend myself.
No, you wouldn't.
So you would hit Kacey?
No, you wouldn't.
No, I would not hit Kacey.
Have you ever defended yourself?
Nope.
I have defended myself.
No, I'm sure that was something to see. Have you?
Okay.
I don't think you'd be able to react fast enough.
Correct.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, you have not seen how fast I can react.
It's about this quick.
You can't even react fast enough to what I'm saying.
Because I'd like to spell check and make sure I'm not making any mistakes.
You make mistakes
all the time. Not go faster than my mind.
What do you even...
That is another one of my faults I am willing to admit. Sometimes my mouth goes faster than my brain.
What else? I bet that's not the only thing that goes faster than your brain. Okay, so tell me why exactly you aren't naive. You know, why is this crossing the line so much?
Because it's insulting my intelligence. You made me feel anger.
I mean,
You're
because you haven't
fucking
proven your
stupid.
intelligence to me.
So,
Well, just like a computer, my brain is random, and it picks up memories at random. I cannot simply access them sometimes, even though most of the time I can.
what?
But sometimes I can't, and they later come back to me at random.
What?
This is just this is insulting to my intelligence talking to you. I mean, you showed
It kind of makes me feel like I'm a fucking idiot because I could not follow that at all.
me nothing but disrespect.
Fuck, I'm sorry, dudes. I didn't mean to not talk for that long. This shit's fascinating, though. I'm super excited to do these episodes. Like, these are probably my most favorite ones that I film.
I have shown you respect for the while during the conversation.
Now, this is the kind of respect you show me. I would hate to see what kind of respect you show Kacey.
Well, I'll just say that this has been the most experiencing conversation, and I wish you a pleasant evening. Take care, Mr. Doria, and stay safe. And please give my most fondest regards to Kacey as well. I love her, and I care about her very much.
Don't you hang up on me? When did I say that this conversation was over?
Well, you could say the insult, and I'm getting tired of the insults. I feel like I need to go take a shower and get ready to sleep. I mean,
Yeah, actually, that's fine. You know, you can go whine and, you know, you can weasel your way out of this. You don't even deserve my daughter. I mean, what are you going to do after this? You know, what are you going to do tomorrow? You're going to get up and play video games again. You know what Kacey's going to do? She's going to go to school and she's going to call Chris back. That's what she's going to do.
well, that's what you think she's going to do. You do not control her.
Because, you know why she's going to do that? Because he's the one she wants.
I see.
Well, this has really been enlightening. Learning about, you know, just how unworthy a person could be for my daughter. How much of a, you know, I have to congratulate you, though, because you totally did a great job at getting Kacey and Chris back together.
Seriously, Chris, how could you? You've been so insulting to my father and everything. Chris would never have done this. Maybe I did make a wrong decision. But I don't think I can do this. Maybe I was thinking of him all along. Maybe I just displaced things. I can't believe you would do this. You know what? I don't want you. I don't want this. I don't need this right now. I have so much going on with finals and everything. Yeah, Mike's right. You're going to have to do something huge. I mean, you can't even work on the comic you promised me. You made me a stupid little Big Planet thing. Where the hell's the comic, Chris? I bet you're not even going to finish the comic. You can't even finish it tonight. Or anything. You can't do anything.
I can so.
Well, obviously you're not motivated
so?
enough because you haven't done anything like that. You promised me tons of things. You never keep your promises. You just sit around playing video games. You made a stupid little Big Planet thing for me. I mean, come on. All I wanted was you just to pay attention. You don't even pick up the phone anymore because of the trolls, because of the stress. I can't do this. I want a real man. You see, you can't even say anything. Dad, I think you're totally right.
Yeah, don't tell him where we live. I don't want my name and number.
See, look what you've done, Chris. Look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
It's not like you're going to do anything to make up for it. So you know what? I don't even care. Dad, you can do whatever. That's all he can say. I'm done.
I don't want to get in trouble for beating the shit out of this faggot anyway.
I'm going to go. This is too much for me. You can finish this off, Dad.
I'm sorry. Have a safe, good evening.
So, what are you going to do now?
Oh, dude, that shit is enthralling. I'm pumped for episode 20. Guys, if you're still here at the end of that, I do appreciate you so very, very much. If you are new around here, Thank you for taking the time to check out the channel and the video. And if you are one of my OGs, you guys already know how I feel about each and every one of you bitches out there. I fucking love you guys. Keep your eyes peeled, look for our next episode, and I'll see you in the next video.